Good, y'all. It's your boy Wavy back at y'all with some WWE news. I came to the final conclusion this morning that Triple H doesn't give a flying fuck about what the fans want. And it's amazing how, like, I've never seen a guy in a position like the position Triple H is in make so many mistakes week after week after week after week. So he's made so much mistakes within the past month. The first mistake was allowing Seth Rollins to win the Money in the Bank match. Seth Rollins, who is proclaiming to be the face of the company, is 40 years old. Seth Rollins has already won a World Heavyweight Championship. He has already won a WWE Championship. He's already won a United States Championship. Seth Rollins, he's pretty much done everything you can do at the highest level, right? The only difference is he hasn't really had a long title reign like a guy like Roman Reigns, right? Roman Reigns had the title for 5 years, right? That's the only thing Seth Rollins hasn't done yet because the fans don't want to see it. There's a reason why he hasn't done it. The fans don't want to see it, right? You know, Seth Rollins isn't Roman Reigns. And I think that what we're seeing Seth Rollins do everything in his power to get that same power that Roman Reigns had. And it's just, maybe it'll happen with Triple H, but I just don't see it happening. The guy's 40 years old, right? So you should have had LA Knight win the Money in the Bank match because this was his third Money in the Bank. He just lost his third Money in the Bank match in a row. LA Knight is 42 years old, and he's never won a major world title. He's only been a two-time United States champion, and you had him lose his title to a fucking jobber in Shinsuke Nakamura, whatever the hell his name is. Right? Second mistake Triple H made. You had R-Truth versus John Cena at Saturday Night Main Event, right? Which was a good match, right? It was a pretty short match. Obviously, it was a squash match. John Cena won, but the whole Ron Cena thing was fucking hilarious, right? Like, I loved it. The fans loved it. You know, when Ron Cena came out, wearing the Ron Cena outfit and he was doing John Cena's moves. It was a very entertaining, humorous match, right? A week after that, you have R-Truth versus JC Mateo, and then you release R-Truth from the company. Everybody on social media nails Triple H to the cross to the point where he got so much criticism, so many people were saying bad things about him that he had to go back and rehire R-Truth. That's the second mistake, right? Now, the third mistake that he made in less than a month is having Jey Uso lose his World Heavyweight title to Gunther. Gunther is arguably the most boring champion in WWE history, bro. Gunther is boring, bro. He's not entertaining. The fans don't give a fuck about him. His theme song sucks, right? Gunther, the best part about Gunther is he is a beast in the ring, right? He has good chops, he has a brutal clothesline and all that. But at the end of the day, bro, it's not just about what you do in the ring. When you decide to make somebody a champion, bro, it should be because they have all of the tools. Like a guy like CM Punk, right? Great in the ring, great at doing promos, right? He's able to entertain the crowd, good theme song, great finishing move. He has all of the tools to be a champion. Gunther doesn't have that. Gunther is boring. Gunther is a guy that the fans, like if Gunther was to get released from the WWE, the fans wouldn't start crying all over social media the way they did for R-Truth because he doesn't bring any value to the company. He's not entertaining. WWE is all about entertainment, which is why it's called World Wrestling Entertainment. It's not about who's the best when it comes to, who can be the most vicious in the ring. That's not what it's about, bro. It's about who can be the most entertaining. And at the end of the day, Gunther is not entertaining. We were happy when he lost his title to Jey Uso, and he shouldn't have been able to get it back. Then we find out that the reason why Gunther got the title back is because he's going to have a title match with Goldberg. Goldberg is 58 years old, y'all. He's damn near a senior citizen. And he's going to have his final match, which is pretty much a retirement match, for a world title. Triple H, you could have made Gunther versus Goldberg without a title. Gunther doesn't need a fucking title to have a match with Goldberg. And out of all people, why do you want to see Goldberg fight Gunther? Why not make Braun Breaker versus Goldberg? Right? You got two guys who have the best spears in wrestling history. I think Braun Breaker's spear is better than Goldberg's. But you got two guys who have vicious spears. You know, like Braun Breaker is basically a young version of Goldberg, pretty much, right? He's like I put Braun Breaker I put him in the same category as Goldberg, Ryback, Edge, because all these guys, they kind of got the same wrestling style. I much rather see Goldberg versus Braun Breaker in a retirement match. You have Braun Breaker win, pretty much, you have Goldberg putting Braun Breaker over. But instead, you're having Goldberg put Gunther over in hopes of making the fans like Gunther more when it's not going to work. Because the fans never asked for Gunther versus Goldberg. The fans don't give a fuck about Gunther's last match. Gunther has been washed in the ring for years. First of all, his matches usually only last less than 5 minutes. Goldberg doesn't even wrestle for 5 minutes. The last time we seen Goldberg, his match was literally 2 minutes long. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So you ruined Jey Uso's title reign. You did, guys. For all of the people, and listen, I was one of the people complaining about Jey Uso as the World Heavyweight Champion. I think that it was very underwhelming. He was botching his promos. He was botching his moves in the ring. And yes, I was tired of seeing the same 3 or 4 Samoan moves that he does. The Samoan kick, the Samoan splash, that weak-ass Samoan spear. I'm one of the fans that was tired of that shit. I'm not going to lie to you. I was tired of the whole yeet shit. But at the end of the day, you have to give him time to grow as a champion, bro. This was the first time Jey Uso had a major world title. He only had it for 50-something days. You gotta give him time to get comfortable, bro. When Cody Rhodes first became champion, when he first took that title from Roman Reigns, bro, Cody Rhodes was born to me, bro. I was tired of hearing Cody Rhodes, that list that he has when he talks on the mic. I respect you, I love you. Shout out to my nigga C-Jax. I was tired of that shit, right? But towards the end, like right around the time that he lost the title to John Cena, Cody Rhodes grew on me. Pause. He grew on me. I ain't gonna lie. Like, no Diddy shit. But, like, it's to a point now where I wish Cody Rhodes would have never lost that title to John Cena. Because I think John Cena's heel turn as champion has been atrocious. John Cena in the ring is washed. John Cena's heel turn has been terrible. It's not believable. It's forced. It doesn't feel real. It feels like John Cena is in one of his movies that he does where he's just giving an awful acting performance, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like we're watching John Cena play an evil version of the Peacemaker. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, bro, Triple H didn't give Jey Uso no time to grow as champion. And it's getting to a point, bro, where what Triple H is doing right now is he's allowing his ego to push away fans. Like, what you're going to start seeing this, bro, you're going to see fans stop paying money to watch Raw and SmackDown in person. You're going to see fans stop paying money to watch the PLEs. And by the way, this is already happening. It's already happening. You look at the Money in the Bank match that just happened. If you were watching it, there was plenty of empty seats in that arena at Money in the Bank. It wasn't sold out. Triple H might lie to you and say, "Oh, we just broke a world record for Money in the Bank." Anybody that was watching Money in the Bank, you saw there was a shit ton of empty seats in that arena, bro. The ratings for Raw has been dropping week after week after week. Since it debuted on Netflix, the numbers have dropped substantially. Because we're getting a shit product, bro. The fans are not getting what they want. We're not getting what we want. We're getting what Triple H wants. What we're seeing is, guys, we're seeing Triple H choose his favorites that he likes personally to win. That's what you're seeing, right? It's kind of like when Triple H got Kevin Owens that title, right? Kevin Owens is a heel. Kevin Owens, for the most part, he doesn't even look like a wrestler, but he's a Triple H guy. Triple H likes him, so Triple H pushed him. Seth Rollins, Triple H guy, right? Like Seth Rollins looks like a guy that would have been in a group with Triple H. Like remember when Triple H had that group with Batista and Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels? If Seth Rollins was wrestling back then, he probably would have been a part of that group. You know what I'm saying? Gunther is a Triple H guy. Triple H likes Gunther. Even though the fans don't give a fuck about him, right? Like most fans that's a fan of Gunther are the older wrestling fans. Wrestling fans that's like 50 years older and up. 50 years old and up. Those are the guys that's a fan of Gunther. The young people don't give a flying fuck about Gunther. There's nobody that I know personally that's in their 20s, 30s, or 40s that's a fan of Gunther. Everybody that I know that watch wrestling that's in those ages, they all say the same thing. Gunther is boring, he's not entertaining, and he shouldn't be the champion. But he's a Triple H guy. Triple H obviously don't like Jey Uso. And he shouldn't like Jey Uso because Jey Uso, most of his fans are kids. Of course, Triple H, who's 50-something years old, of course he's not going to like a guy that's yeeting for 30 minutes straight, right? Like, you can't blame Triple H for not liking Jey Uso. I totally understand that. But what I'm saying is this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Triple H makes decisions based off of what he likes. He's not thinking about what the fans like. When he fired R-Truth, because he doesn't like R-Truth. The fans like R-Truth. The fans had R-Truth's segment on Raw this past Monday average more views than John Cena's segment. I want you guys to think about that. The promo that R-Truth just gave on Monday Night Raw had more views than when John Cena gave his promo segment. Let that sink in. Triple H doesn't understand that it's not about what you like, bro. It's not about who you have favoritism towards. It's about what the fans want. And if Triple H continues to make decisions based off of what he wants and not what the fans want, then more and more people are going to just stop watching the show. And what's going to happen is you're just going to have fans watch NXT because we all know Shawn Michaels has done an incredible job as the booker of NXT. And you're going to have fans start watching AEW and TNA. And people are just going to stop tuning into Raw and SmackDown. And eventually, they're going to lose that deal that they got with Netflix. And eventually, USA is going to say, yo, we're not even averaging 1 million viewers on SmackDown anymore. What's the point of keeping this on USA Network? We're going to have to let you guys go. And then what's going to happen? Where is Raw and SmackDown going to go then? Where is it going to go? So Triple H is currently in the process of single-handedly, permanently destroying this company. And the only thing that they can do to stop this from happening is firing Triple H. Replace Triple H with Shawn Michaels. I'm totally cool with them replacing Triple H with Shawn Michaels or The Rock. Because The Rock saved, he may have not saved WrestleMania this year, but he definitely got people to at least watch it this year. Remember, The Rock is the reason why John Cena turned heel, not Triple H. That was The Rock's idea. Now, I agree with the criticism. The Rock should have showed up at WrestleMania with Travis Scott. I totally agree with that. But at the end of the day, guys, the PLEs weren't even making money before The Rock started showing up again. And The Rock is the reason why Triple H's first WrestleMania that he had when he took over, The Rock is the reason why that was so great. Remember that. He was showing up week after week promoting WrestleMania. So that's the video, man. Let me know what you guys think. It's your boy Wavy. Subscribe to your boy. Share the video. Click that thumbs up button. Leave a comment. Share the video to your mama. I'm out.